there from Captain Ryu, able to figure that one out in time. Very nicely done. Rift Herald, we do see, is alive now. Nobody making a move towards that one just yet. Both junglers currently on the bottom side of the Rift.
Yeah, and, okay. Death Realm?
That is the Mordekaiser ultimate coming out here. The Death Realm is locking Windward Ocean up, but he seems to be pretty okay with it, going mano a mano with Mordekaiser. Meanwhile, mid lane, the Onslaught of Shadows means Boxing of Kittens has nowhere to go, and up here on top side, Rotsu does end up winning out. The Death's Grasp pulls him right back in to the mace, and it's gonna be Rotsu with the solo kill.
Yep, this is Black's favor right now as far as the kills go. I mean, a lot of 1v1s happening, but that gank in mid lane actually put Boxing of Kittens. I mean, imagine if he had egg. I mean, I guess you're right. I guess you're right, Crewman.
Yeah, unlucky for Boxing of Kittens there. Did not have the passive any longer. Set is able to teleport back up to this top side. He's able to pick up most of this wave, so he's at least staying even in CS. That was only his first Arsenic. Fox flashing in, but there's a Hecarim waiting in the wings to counter gank. And it's going to be Arsenic Fox going down 6-3 now as Ghost goes for the engage and bot side. That's the Glacial Fissure coming out, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Bullet time coming out. It's the Queen. Picks up Duck Hill as now it's Axebane Stag left to the Wolves.
Wow.
Picks up 2, and it's Queen's Gambit with a 3,000 gold lead.
Black is certainly tearing up the Rift right now. 3 kills on the Queen right now on this Misfortune. Gets a play as well. Takes a few tower shots, but yeah, that was intensely a good trade. I mean, look at the CS difference. Oh no.
That's
what is...
you connecting, and if you can get some decent damage down here, here comes the wall. Captain Ryu maybe in some trouble, goes down very, very low. The auto attack, the shutdown for Boxing of Kittens. Gitano now looking for a 2v1 play on the top side. Windward Ocean maybe in some trouble, still has the Haymaker. Still holding onto that ability, gets the big shield, able to stay alive, and he will dissuade the dive from coming through. Teleport from the mid laner coming down just for good measure. And the side of Dream of Memes will be able to stem the bleeding for now.
Yeah.
Able to get a kill back in the mid lane there, but they are still down 2,000.
There's just a lot of fights happening all around the map, and you love to see it. You really do. It's interesting because now, you know, instead of the 3k gold lead, it's 2k gold lead. That was a good shutdown. Coming in for
in here with the audacious charge. He's gonna take a lot of damage from the minions here. And Kitano is not in any real danger. But Axebane Stag might be the Braum. Maybe a little bit too far forward here. Gonna get knocked up by the rail. He's stunned up. He's trying to flash away, but it will do absolutely nothing. As Captain Ryu picks up number 4, and Primus was just way too far forward down there. Just gets shot right in the face.
Yeah, Kraken Slayer already built on the Queen. You don't want to just kind of face check Misfortune without your support around.
Yep. You don't win those Primus.
Yep, as we do have an Ocean Drag coming up. I wonder if it's going to be Infernal Soul. That would be nice to see as the first game of the day. You know, Black's now 3k gold up ahead of Death Realm. Okay.
Yeah, Mordekaiser level advantage right now. 2 level advantage, just taking over to 10 there. Windward Ocean in a lot of trouble right now. He does have his jungler. If he's able to survive, he's going for the showstopper there onto Rotsu. Mordekaiser getting down a little bit lower. He is running out of HP, going for the Obliterate. He is going to be able to find the kill on Windward Ocean. And Rotsu in the 1v2, one more Q, able to find the double. The Queen's Gambit top laner coming up you.
Wow. Oh.
The flash in, Ghost. He's looking for a big play of his own, and it's going to be the Queen picking up another one. Primer's just getting executed underneath this tower there. Gitano flying in there from the flank with the Onslaught of Shadows, able to pick up one more. Boxing of Kittens now once again finding himself in top lane and not where he really wants to be. He is able to find the kill just barely. That was extremely close between those two mid laners, but Boxing of Kittens able to get something back for I Dream of Memes. They are continuing to lose out overall.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to get those trade kills back though, and getting the shutdowns is going to help them a lot, but the dragon stacking just coming through for Black is going to do wonders, especially now that it's Infernal Soul. They got to start trying to focus those dragons. Arsenic Fox, a little bit behind of his counter opponent, and, you know, doesn't have his mythic yet. Once he gets that Gourd Drinker, he will start to do a lot of work, hopefully soon, because Gitano's just, you know, going at it.
He is going off right now. Yeah, I kind of teased it a little bit in the champion select there, Wookie. I feel like Hecarim really is back into the spotlight here in the jungle, and Gitano really making the pony look good, and Ghost as well. You know, all 8 legs here are doing a lot of work right now for Queen's Gambit. Ghost down there in the bot side, able to find so many nice engages onto this green bottom lane.
Yeah, for sure. And it looks like there is a good amount of vision going over for green, actually, but it's just a little bit curious that Black have been able to kind of keep up the dragons with this sort of advantage. It's more like, should Arsenic Fox focus the bot side now? I mean, it's more like he's so behind. He hasn't been able to do as much as I thought he would early game, because as far as I know, Arsenic Fox has had a great run on Zinza.
Misses the Q there, and Nivea's in trouble going into the passive. Has his jungler in the area. That's a flash in. Arsenic Fox protecting his mid laner. Great play.
And as soon as I say something, he does something. So hey, maybe I should just start saying that. Come on, Arsenic Fox, you got this. Oh,
but what's this? Gitano now looking for a play of his own. Gonna find possibly the kill. No, the beautiful wall from Boxing of Kittens denies the play. Gitano goes down, and that's a little bit more gold back into the pockets of Team Green.
Yeah. So yeah, as soon as I say something, it happens. Ooh, that was such a good dodge from Primus.
Definitely. He's able to hang on down here. He is pretty far behind. He's died several times already, but able to keep himself alive for now. Oh, right as I said something. Oh, Primus, I'm sorry. That was
you got the opposite effect that I do right now. You've got the caster curse. I've got the caster bless. I don't know where this game is going, but it's still
a great duo, Wookie. One of the many
That's true. The WookieMonster duo. It's going at it, and I mean. So, Black is still 3,000 gold ahead, and they're about to get this first tower, so they're going to be even more ahead. This is going to open up the bot side of the map and let the Queen, who is 6-0, almost 2 items in, going to be able to roam with that Misfortune and the Rel. They're going to start being able to dive with Gitano, and I kind of fear for Green as we're getting into the mid-game here. Are they going to be able to survive?
Has somehow been able to gain himself a level advantage over the Hecarim at this point, despite the fact that Gitano has had such a strong start here in game number 1. But Arsenic Fox able to farm up effectively. Gitano now looking for a play. Has the onslaught of shadows available, but he's not even going to need it. It's the easy shutdown for Captain Ryu. Now Arsenic Fox throwing out the Crescent Guard, trying to buy some space for himself. He is able to get away underneath the tier 1 tower there in mid lane. But he's going to have to cede further control over the map as Rift Herald number 2 is started up by Rotsu.
Yeah, that was a really good ultimate coming out from Arsenic to buy him time to get away from all of that burst damage coming out from Captain Ryu and Misfortune. And I mean, ooh. Wait.
Primus going for the steal here. I don't know if he was able to pick that one up, as that is the big engage from Gitano and Ghost. They're looking for some more kills here. Axebane ignited. He's ticking down, and he will fall. Ghost picking up number 1 for himself. So a little bit of support aside up here in the top side jungle as Rift Herald is going to get dropped now in mid lane. Rotsu going for the Death Realm onto Primus, but he's not going to be able to chase him to the tower just yet. Lucian able to escape now. In time, he's trying to back away, but he is ticking down. The red buff might finish off the Lucian. He's just about able to survive. Side of Queen's Gambit, they take more control over the map as they take out that mid lane tier 1 tower. Now they're rotating down for Infernal Soul Point.
I do think that was a prime opportunity because Rotsu had dropped Rift Herald. He could have actually just went out of tower range and then went back in to pick up that kill, but opted not to. Oh, the Queen
is going to look for something here. The Queen in a very awkward position right now. Arsenic Fox going to be able to find the knock-up and the shutdown. massive shutdown there onto the Xin Zhao. He is now in a 1v3 though. He's using the Crescent Guard once again to try and buy himself some time. And now Arsenic Fox is joined by Windward Ocean. The top side trying to make something happen for the jungler Balls. The top laner Balls. Axbane Stag will fall. And 21-9 now is the score as the side of Queen's Gambit take full control.
Yeah, that was a trade at the beginning. I mean, they did get a nice shutdown onto Queen, but the rest of the team kind of fell apart after that.
That objective will be secured there, and yeah, it looked kind of good for a second. I mean, they were able to get that initial kill, I believe, but it didn't work out in the end, and that is going to be Infernal Soul Point for the side of Team Black. They're continuing to extend this gold lead, Wookie. It's over 5,000 at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they do, and they have full control of the bottom side of the map. We see Ratsu. I like this decision by Black. They're sending Ratsu down there. He's super strong. Already has his Riftmaker, has the Bramble Vest. Can't really kill him. I don't even think Primus can 1v1 him appropriately. I mean, and they're just going to send the rest of the team on the top side of the map to get that last tower on the tier 1. It looks like a Windward Ocean might be in trouble.
Get the collapse here. The mid AD of Queen's Gambit are going to catch out the Team Green top laner. He's going to throw out the Haymaker, but I don't think it's going to save him as Captain Ryu, throwing out the unleashed power, takes out Windward Ocean. And they should be able to secure that tower very shortly there, WookieMonster.
They should be able to. We do see the Queen actually picking up red here. Don't know if Captain Ryu can pick up this turret. Can't see the health, but would expect them to kind of just focus their resources on the top side of the map. Leave Ratsu alone. And yep, it does look like this tower will fall shortly. I am curious as to whether they will focus on the mid side here as Axbane? Oh no.
Is dead. I'll finish your sentence for you there, my man. He has nowhere to go. Don't even know really why you used the ultimate there. As it was not really going to accomplish much, unfortunately. As it's a flash over the wall. Boxing of Kittens really wants to find this one, but the Q will miss. Captain Ryu gonna send him into the passive, but Arsenic Fox once again in exactly the right place at the right time, able to save his mid laner once again there. But that does mean that Gitano does not have any cavalry arriving, as the side of Queen's Gambit will look to take out this bot side tier 2.
Yeah, yet again, another mistimed stun coming out from Ghost, but no worries. I mean, did get the flash from Primus. That's an important summoner spell. He's so far behind already on this Lucian. It's kind of unfortunate that Primus didn't get an early lead like we were talking about during the draft. But we'll have to see how they come back. I mean, their only options is really Boxing the Kittens. I mean, he's doing a lot of work combating Captain Ryu, who has done a splendid job of getting these kills. But the 1v1, when it comes to that 1v1, it's really just who lands their stun first. Yeah,
that is exactly how it has been playing out here. Arsenic Fox right now moving up towards the Baron Pit, trying to clear out some of this vision. They can't really threaten it themselves, but they are desperately going to try to hang on to some semblance of control here in the topside river. But I have to imagine here, WookieMonster, that if Queen's Gambit decide, Primus, maybe a little bit caught out here. There's a devastating charge forward. Gitana going to try and find a play, and Captain Ryu just blows him up. Primus never really had a chance, I guess.
That's just the power of the Death Cap and Luden's Echo Syndra. You do not live as an ADC. You do not get to play the game. You do not get to pass go or collect any money.
Yeah, Primus is just going to be spending the rest of this one, or most of the rest of this one, I should say, in the Death Chamber. As 5v4 on the map, the side of Queen's Gambit not really able to capitalize just yet. Maybe now that they've pushed out the mid lane here, Queen can rotate over. They may look to start up that Baron. They do have Inferno Soul spawning in less than a minute here, WookieMonster, but it looks like the call will be to start up the Purple Worm here And the side of I Dream of Memes, they're moving up to contest. We can see Boxing of Kittens here trying to come into contest, but that's the huge scatter, and the flash in from Ghost sets up beautifully for the team fight. Gitano flying in there with the ultimate. Primus in the death realm, Primus in the dirt. Baron secured, and Dream of Memes are thinking about game 2.
And this is what I was saying in draft. Like, I just love their draft because it's just the wombo. Any one of these champions can start the fight, except for the Queen. But any one of these champions can start the fight, and the follow-up comes through, and there you have it. That's almost an ace. And now they're gonna go pick up Soul, and you know, I feel like they have what it takes to clear this one out. But it is only game 1. Green is not out of this yet, as you know, I think their only real hope is to try to get picks around the map, which is really hard to do with a 10-5 Syndra, 4-1 Hecarim, and an 8-1 Misfortune. But we'll have to see. They're still in the game. I mean, they're down a lot of gold, almost 10k now. But, you know, it's no big deal. It's no big deal.
You say it's no big deal there, WookieMonster, but I have to say, Primus ADC has left a lot to be desired. 1-8-0 down there on the Lucian, and the side of Queen's Gambit just looks so on form right now. They are so coordinated. Like you were saying there, WookieMonster, they have a lot of engage tools, a lot of different options for starting out these fights, but what's really impressing me is the coordination. When one player is finding something, the follow-up is instant, and they are just severely outplaying I Dream of Beams right now in game number 1.
I do agree, and they're taking this game with force. I mean, it looks like they have stepped up their game since the last time we saw them, as Ratsu is just doesn't even care about Windward.
Yeah, he doesn't care anymore. One Q puts the set down to like 50%. Windward Ocean is so far behind at this point. Trying to hold the siege with the help of a couple of teammates here. But Ratsu also has some teammates in the area. Bullet Time coming out. Gonna clear out that wave and clear out all of these Team Green members as well. Primus is trying to stick around, but I guess he just had a death wish. He just kind of eats a Syndra combo and gets one shot for no real reason, as that is another nice engage from Ghost. Gonna set up some more kills for the team. Boxing of Kittens underneath the tower. He desperately wanted to stay alive. He burned the flash, or he didn't actually burn the flash, but even if he did, I don't think it would have saved him, as that top lane tier 3 will be obliterated. And Queen's Gambit on the victory march.
Yeah, this is pretty much game 1. Going over to Black, a very successful early game from them, transitioning into mid-game, transitioning into the late game. It was just very well played by Black. They did have a few mishaps here and there, but GG's to them.
Yeah, absolutely. And WookieMonster, I'm very, very interested to see what kind of adaptations we see out of I Dream of Memes here for game number 2. Remember, they were considered the favorites, I believe, heading into our series tonight. But
yeah.
Queen's Gambit making a very, very strong statement here in game number 1.
That is true. A very strong statement. And I feel like they've done a little bit of their homework, and they've practiced a lot since the last time we saw them. They're ready for these semifinals. You know, and I do want to see what changes Green can make in the draft. I feel like their draft just struggled a little bit on what it really wanted to do. But we'll have to see what these changes do, as that was a pretty strong performance from Gitano. I did not think he was, you know, that bonkers on Hecarim, but as you said, Hecarim is a strong champion.
I mean, WookieMonster, just take a look at those damage charts. Like, it's very obvious that this game was not close. Almost everyone on Queen's Gambit were out-damaging all of their counterparts on the side of I Dream of Memes. Like, just outperformances across the board. Queen's Gambit clearly in a strong position here. We'll see if they're able to continue that performance in game number 2. But Wookie, do you have any more thoughts about our first game?
No, I think that about sums it up. I'm ready for the next game.
I am as well, and I think our viewers are as well there. But we will need just a minute here to give the team some time to reassess, reevaluate, take some time to discuss their game plans going into our second game of the evening here. So don't go anywhere, guys. We're just going to cut to a short break. We're going to have some more Team Gap League action right after this.
Am I breaking through? Do you feel me too? I still wanna run to you. Am I breaking through? Do you feel me too? I still wanna run to you. Am I breaking through? Do you feel me too? I wanna run to you. Am I breaking through? Am I breaking through? Am I breaking through? Am I breaking through? Am I breaking through?
Welcome back, everybody. We are just getting ready for game number 2 here of our Team Gap Silver League semi-final. Game number 1, of course, was fairly one-sided there, WookieMonster. Queen's Gambit able to take a convincing victory. What do you think is the key to I Dream of Memes making a potential comeback here?
I think they just need to fix up their draft. I mean, we saw kind of a mixture of things. Didn't really know what the draft wanted to do. Did it want a team fight? Did it want a duel? It seemed like a little bit of everything. And I think that Black just had a very strong wombo comp that Kind of took off from the solo kills in the beginning, but kind of staggered a little bit. Got a lot of trade kills back and forth. But overall, when it came to those late game fights, it was just Black winning out. So
They were able to gather themselves an early gold advantage as well as an advantage in neutral objectives. And they played out those later game fights, like you said, extremely well. They were able to utilize the power of their composition, all of that area of effect damage to really just demolish Team Green. And we're going to need to see something really different from Team Green here in the second game in order for them to make a comeback. Of course, they have swapped sides here, so that is one difference. At least, WookieMonster, we are going to see I Dream of Memes moving over to that red side, which means that Queen's Gambit will be taking a blue side here for game number 2. But what do you think? What advantages do you think the side of Team Green may be able to gain from that side selection?
I do think they have the counter pick. Obviously, the last pick will be a nice mid lane or top lane pick, depending on. I mean, Box and Kittens look very strong despite losing out on that first game. So maybe they want to save the the final pick for Box and Kittens. One thing to note, Axebane is now going to be in the ADC slot for the side of Green. So they did put Primus back into support. It just didn't work out for him. So I guess maybe Axebane has a little bit of experience with that. But yeah, that is...
Sounds like we will see some pretty significant changes here on the side of I Dream of Memes for the second game. Exactly what I was calling for. So maybe we will have a different story here for game number 2.
Maybe we will. I mean, Nocturne getting picked for Black away from Arsenic Fox. I like this draft strategy that Black is putting out for the first game and this game, and they're bringing back the Misfortune Rel. I think that was very strong in the first game. I mean, it blew out the water on Primus, but now that Primus is back on the support, back on Nautilus, this has been his go-to champion for the longest of times. I'm excited to see him play it once again. It was not banned out. Instead, they did actually decide to ban out the Hecarim, which is fair. They're not picking it. They decided, let's go for the Nocturne first. I do like that kind of aspect to them. Force the jungler onto something he's not familiar with. Primus, on the other hand, does get his #1 pick, as we do see the second set of bans go through. A bunch of mid laners, pretty much. And Ratsu is going to get his Mordekaiser from game 1 banned out.
Yeah, definitely interesting. Clearly the side of Queen's Gambit placing a lot of priority on that Hecarim pick. They didn't want to pick it first. They didn't want to allow their opposition to get that pony either. So they decided to ban it away there on blue side. But we have been moving through this champion select here, WookieMonster. I do like the Misfortune Rel pairing coming through once again, but the Vi getting locked in here in the second phase here for I Dream of Memes for Arsenic Fox there in the jungle. Very, very interesting. As some of you may know, I was a bit of a Vi one-trick for quite a while, so I'm very interested to see how he does here in Human.
Yeah, I believe he has had some showing on the Vi before. I can't remember which matches, but one of his comfortable picks, as the final picks have gone through, and it's going to be Ornn and Cho'Gath right after that. Wow. This is a pretty big change coming out from both teams on the picks here. I mean, we have kind of a very similar, I think, composition for Black, but not exactly the same. The Nocturne is the only thing that kind of throws me off, but hey, they do have a kind of the same dive comp that they had before.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. The Nocturne is a little bit different. He is more of a scaling pick as opposed to the Xin Zhao. Nocturne, really wants to farm up and get to that level 6 mark, wants to get access to that paranoia, so he is able to make those long-range engages. But he is able to provide a lot of that dive threat in the same way that a Xin Zhao can. So I think Silver Black should be able to play out their composition in a relatively similar way. And I'm very curious to see if the side of I Dream of Memes are able to do a little bit of a better job here this game in matching them in the team fights.
Yeah, I do think they have a stronger composition this time around. You know, you got the Cho'Gath, you got the Volley. They're very tanky people. Like, opposed from last game, you know, with the Xin Zhao. I mean, Vi is kind of, you know, the same bruiser type, but I do like this sort of look coming out from Green. I mean, I think throughout the regular season, they mainly played a lot of bruisers and tanky people. So it was a little bit different to see that in the last game. But this game looks like it's gonna be a banger. I think it's gonna be Cho'Gath mid as the
I
client
believe
draft.
so.
No, it's actually gonna be Windward Ocean on the top side with Cho'Gath. That means that it is going to be a Vi mid. Am I reading this
I
right?
really hope not, WookieMonster.
I didn't see
very
anything.
nervous right now.
Did not see anything in the chat. But Arsenic Fox is taking Volibear in the jungle. We'll have to
Okay.
see.
Yeah, yeah. You're absolutely right there. It does appear to be the Vi mid. Looks like it's going to be coming out here
Okay.
into the Oriana.
Wow. Huh.
So,
All
you know, just kind of forget what I said before.
right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anymore.
I thought it was gonna be Cho'Gath mid, and then that would have rounded out their comp, you know, pretty well. The lane assignments are a little bit interesting to me, but hey, if Boxing and Kittens, I mean, Boxing and Kittens did a very good performance on the Nivea last game. Couldn't ask for anything else, I
Yeah.
guess.
I mean, Anivia was available. Oh, no, it wasn't because it was banned out in the second phase.
Right. Yep.
Hmm.
So it's
Well,
possible.
there were other mages available.
That's true.
But
I
we are
mean,
going for the Vi this game.
hey, we'll see if it works. I mean, in theory, it's probably going to struggle a little bit against Oriana, obviously, because Oriana has that range advantage and can pretty much poke out any opponent out of their lane, as long as you manage your mana efficiently and make sure that you're not overusing and stay out of Vi's range of that nice old dash that she gets on her Q. I think that Oriana kind of has the tools necessary to evade and kind of outmaneuver the lane, but hey, you know, maybe Boxing and Kittens knows the matchup very well. We don't know, but looking forward to seeing it. It's gonna be interesting. You know, and it definitely makes sense that Cho'Gath will be the only AP user. I wonder if Cho'Gath is going to go straight AP. We'll have to see, or they go straight tank.
I mean, his team has plenty of frontline, so, you know, he doesn't really have to worry about providing that.
Yeah.
I probably would like to see Glass Cannon Cho'Gath, honestly.
Yeah.
You know,
That'd be
with
fun.
the composition that we see here, I think that would honestly make the most sense.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. Considering that, you know, we have Primus on Nautilus, we have a Tristana. I do think that Cho'Gath can definitely take a step back, maybe just poke out from afar and, you know, scale up with a massive amount of health that he gets off his ultimate. The Feast. We'll see if they decide to do a little bit of different gameplay in this time, as the execution on the last game didn't really pan out for them as well. Let's see if they're, you know, mental reset, coordination back on track, because Black definitely had it last game.
They really, really did there, WookieMonster, no doubt about it. And, you know, just kind of still continuing to touch on the Cho'Gath pick here. His team
Okay.
already has so much CC. I feel like if he's able to play the fights a little bit farther back and able to follow up on some of the engage of his teammates, then he should be able to land those abilities very reliably, and going full damage could be very valuable in that case.
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, you have the Vi ultimate to kind of stave off one person in place. That's perfect for a knock-up, and then kind of just wait till your knock-up comes up again. You can't really do much after that, which is my only concern with Glass Cannon Cho'Gath in general, is that you don't really do anything unless you're close.
Yeah, generally speaking, Cho'Gath actually does a surprising amount of damage with his auto attacks with that E ability.
Yeah.
Vorpal Spikes. It does have AP scaling, of course, but if you're Glass Cannon Cho'Gath, you can't really frontline, and you're not really going to get much value
Right.
out of that ability. He's probably going to have to max Q if he does go for a build like that.
Right.
We will just have to wait and see. WookieMonster, since we do see these compositions, I want to get your take here once again for Game 2 as well. Do you prefer one of them? Do you think one of these teams won champion select here for Game 2?
I think it's going to be black again. Just like last time, they have a very strong team composition here. You know, it's the same Wombo combo, just a little bit different. Gitano's now on the Nocturne. We'll see how that pans out, but strong bot lane, a very good Wombo with Orianna. So I really like how their team comp works.
Absolutely. Well, we are going to go to another short break before we get onto the Rift here, guys. But you won't want to miss it. Team Green fighting for their lives here in the playoffs. Team Black one win away from meeting Silver Red in the grand finals. Don't go anywhere. More Team Gap League action right after this.
All right. Well, we're into game 2 of the series between Black and Green, and kind of a slow start for both sides again. Not the same shenanigans that we had last game of that first blood.
Yeah, Team Green going for an aggressive look there in game number 1, but here in game 2, they're a little bit more reserved. I wonder if that's actually if that's a good sign or a bad sign here, WookieMonster. It could mean that they're a little bit less confident.
Yeah, just a little bit there. You know,
They do have a lot of crowd control. I probably would have liked to see them go for
Yeah.
something here.
I would have liked to see maybe even Boxen take Q and, Windward take Q and Arsenic take Q. That's a lot of CC.
Yeah. We are
but-
going to have Rotu face checking Tribe Rush here. He's going to get the
Ooh.
Brita proc off, but still losing the trade pretty handily to the Cho'Gath there. Assistance of Rasp. And Boxing of
Oh.
Kittens does end up starting Vault Breaker. Captain Ryu taking a couple of punches there, but he does have the Corrupting Potion and will be able to heal up relatively comfortably. Another
my
Q
gosh.
is going to land there. Oriana down to 50%. Forced to burn 2 charges on the Corrupting Thought already. Boxing the Kittens able to land a couple of skill shots here to start off game 2. That is
Yeah.
another engaged
Ooh.
Ghost, picking up right where he left off from that first game with a beautiful rel engage to start things off here. Gitano flashing in, gonna find the E and gonna force the flash out of Axebane Stag here. Primus now gonna land the dredge line. No follow-up available. 2v3, not really a fight you want to look for in the bot lane there. It is going to be Gitano finding an early look down here, but maybe a farm advantage. What's this? He's going for the invade now here, WookieMonster.
I just set down a ward. I'm not sure if Arsenic Fox actually saw that, but looks like he might be looking to kill him or meet him there.
He's
Let's see if directed
doing
camera.
A little bit of a trap
Ooh.
there, yeah. Top laners battling
okay.
it out also, while the junglers are in a little bit of a duel to the death over blue buff here, and it will be secured by Gitano. Now Arsenic Fox geared up, taking out first blood for the Queens at Gambit jungler. Windward Ocean gonna push in that top side. He came out on top as well. Boxing the Kittens misses the Vault Breaker, and now he's in a lot of trouble. Vi gonna try to flash away to stay alive, but she's gonna get feared up. And that's the Conqueror fully stacked for Gitano. One more auto attack. It's gonna be the Nocturne picking up 2. Primus getting taken out in the bot lane as well. And Team Green looking like they're gonna go down real quick here tonight.
Wow. Yeah, 3-0. 2-0 Gitano. This is a very good start for Black once again. And specifically for Gitano, did actually get quite behind last game during the early game. But now he's quite ahead, so I'm excited to see what he does with this lead. I like the look of that invade that he did.
Yeah, I mean, it did end up being basically a 50-50 for the blue buff, but the fact that his bot lane was rotating up first to the play, able to make that a numbers advantage for Queen's Gambit, means they're easily able to secure that kill onto the enemy jungler and come out on top in the play.
Yeah, their bot lane had prio, so it was definitely a good communication effort from the side of Black to go ahead and do that, but...
Nocturne gonna look for something in mid lane here, but Boxing of
maybe
Kittens
not.
was holding on to the Q, and he is gonna be able to dash away. And Ghost gonna be able to find another engage here. Nautilus getting extremely low. Primus running out of health. Tristana able to rocket jump to safety. But the side of Queen's Gambit continuing to find advantages. Nocturne now looking towards this top side. Cho'Gath still has the flash. He's gonna burn it, but he's still gonna get feared. Gitano looking for a little bit more damage. Cho'Gath out of 200 HP will survive. But Gitano able to do so much work here in the early game, and he's playing Nocturne here, WookieMonster. He doesn't even have his ultimate yet.
Yeah, he's definitely looking good as he's setting up for this little bit of a cheese here. But the wave's pushing in. Don't know if he'll be able to get anything. Looks like they're both going to just kind of back. And Windward kind of has to just back as well. No mana to do much with. Unless he's not going to. He's just going to stay, try to push out the wave maybe.
He wants
meanwhile,
to try and get it out, but Rotsu will be able to get up there with plenty of time to collect it underneath the tower. Arsenic Fox wanted to try and start up the Ocean Dragon there. Ocean Dragon, of course, if you're able to secure that one early, can mean a lot for your laners, but he is
Ratsu's
forced off
actually
the
down here.
objective here. And yeah, Ratsu teleporting down means numbers will be advantaged for the side of Queen's Gambit, and they will be able to claim that early neutral objective. They don't have anybody to catch the wave end top side, so Windward Ocean, he's going to be able to crash that and deny some farm from his opponents. But still, I think a worthy play overall for Queen's Gambit.
Yeah, definitely a good play. I mean, Ratsu doesn't really need all that gold. He just needs to be with the team most of the time, as he is on Ornn. As the Queen?
We in some
Ooh.
trouble here, gonna get jumped on, but that's a nice double stun coming out from Ghost. The rel play, once again, is just too much for Team Green to handle. Axebane gets taken out, and now Primus has nowhere to go but back to base.
Yeah, this is looking good again for the side of Black's bot lane. They are definitely putting on their A game from the last time we saw them. And yeah, Primus is trying his best, making sure that
He got the XP, I guess.
Yeah. He got the experts. That's all that matters, honestly. But yeah, definitely not a good start for Primus and Axebane this time around.
Yeah, they're just getting handily outplayed by the bot lane of Silver Black here. It's really not close right now, as Rotsu up here on top side does get the push back. He does have the enemy jungler. Was kind of waiting around for a second there, but Arsenic Fox will complete the back, which means Rotsu will be able to very comfortably crash the wave here. He is getting knocked up right now. He's going to be able to trade back. He's thrown out Call of the Forge. God, the top laners are going to battle to the death here, and Shogath is not going to win. Rotsu picks up his first of game 2, and I can now officially say that every lane for Team Green is losing.
Yep, every lane is 0 and 1. Yeah, not a great start. They're already almost 3,000 gold behind, which is huge for the early game. I didn't expect them to get this far ahead because they kind of have that same level 6 wombo combo comp that we saw last game. But yeah, I'm just as surprised as you are at this early strong start again.
Well, I kind of knew when I saw the buy mid, to be honest, there, WookieMonster. Primus is going to go for a dredge line here. And Ghost is going to find the attract repel. He's going to get the knock up, and Axebane just doesn't have a chance in hell to flash in. To Queen not actually quite able to find it. Axebane able to flash himself away in time, forced to burn both summoners, but is able to keep himself alive this time around. He's going to still be down 20 CS, and he's not going to be able to catch this next wave either. But Box of Kittens going for a play down here. Ghost able to find the stun, but he's not going to be able to find his life as he does go into the death chamber there. The cease and desist did come out there from Boxing of Kittens, but still, the mid laner for I Dream of Memes able to put his team on the board.
Yep, at least Boxing of Kittens, you know, trying to be different from the team, getting a kill. But yeah, this is very rough start. I mean, much more rough than the last game for Green. At least there were some trade kills early on, but now it's just kind of, at least Boxing of Kittens is doing something on the map. But Rift
He's
just
trying.
pop mid. Yeah, he's got to go respond to that now.
That's that mid lane tier 1 down to only 2 turret plates. Arsenic Fox running
Oh.
forward, but that is a very nice shockwave from Captain Ryu, and Ghost is here for the follow-up. That's a kill onto the Orianna. Vi now underneath the tower will be able to stay alive, but another great play from Queen's Gambit.
Yeah, that was a very, very good shockwave. I did not expect that to catch Boxing of Kittens as well, but I think he took the little edge on it and got pulled in. Nice follow-up from Gitano and Ghost coming up for that roam. Wow, Axebane gets chunked.
Yeah, eats
Quarter
a
of his
couple up
health.
there. Did still have the rocket jump, so he wasn't in too much danger. But definitely, you know, maybe playing with fire there a little bit there on the Tristana.
Yeah, look at the CS difference coming out from the Queen. Once again,
Yep.
almost 30 CS ahead. Different ADC. And still, that same CS difference from last game.
The Queen of bot lane. This series, at least.
Yeah. The Queen definitely making a statement here as, you know, I really like the coordination coming out from both of them. Over the regular season, it kind of staggered a little.
Okay,
Oh, wait a minute.
That's Boxing Kittens forced to engage there. He had no mana. He didn't have a good way to escape from Captain Ryu, but he's not going to be able to finish the job, and he's just going to get run down.
Wow.
That's that Orianna Vi matchup, ladies and gentlemen. PSA, please, please do not pick Vi mid. Thank you.
Oh man! All right, don't do him like that. I mean, Boxer Kittens did get that kill down to the bottom lane. I think really, Vi mid seems like it kind of acts like a assassin per se. I mean, looking at the build, it looks like the Divine Sunder is coming out from Boxing the Kittens, which I guess is fair. I would have liked to see kind of like a lethality, like Assassin, but yeah, this is not the best lane matchup, and it looks like Windward Ocean, they're 2v2.
We're throwing out the call to the forge god. We got the teleport coming down here. It's going to be the knock up on the Windward Ocean. He's flashing away. He's not going to get hit by the shockwave. Arsenic Fox will, but he should be able to escape underneath the tower there. And no Team Green members will be going down this time around, assuming, of course, they do back off from here. But it will be the tower under fire. The tower cannot run away. And it looks like Queen's Gambit will be able to claim most of those plates as their reward.
Yep, this is a lot of plates going over here. Gitano? Oh, okay.
Yeah, got ignited there. Boxing of Kittens is running Ignite on the Vibe, by the way.
Yep.
So that's a thing. And Primus is going to go for the ultimate, but he misses the dredge line. And now the bullet time is going to come out. There's a lot of damage down on the Nautilus. I don't know if he's going to be able to escape from this one. Ghost is dismounted. He's going to be able to find the flip back. And that's another kill for the Queen. 3-0 now. Once again, having a great game on the Misfortune. Arsenic Fox trying to defend this top lane tier 1. Forced to burn the Volibear ultimate, though the Stormbringer just defensively. They're coming out from the Team Green jungler. And I Dream of Memes continuing to lose out here just extensively all across the map.
Yeah, this is such a surprising look from Green. I mean, they have been dominating the regular season. And, it's kind of surprising. I'm not sure, like, maybe the coordination really stems from their ADC being there. I believe it is Rayo Leon. But maybe it's just the coordination is kind of lacking in the bottom lane. It is one of their strongest lanes. Is their bot lane, Primus and Rayo Leon, I believe. So maybe that is.
I thought Rylion was on Team Pink.
Rayo Leon. Rayo Leon.
Right.
Rayo Leon.
Excuse me.
Yeah, different from Rylion. Rylion is caster, but Ratsu. That's okay.
Yeah, he is in some trouble here. He is going to try to flash away and keep himself alive. And meanwhile, on the bot side, Rel going for the engage, going to find it on Primus, and he has no escape. He will fall Windward Ocean now as his jungler in the area. They're looking to get this kill on the Ornn, but Ratsu, he's been able to fight them off quite effectively. Going for the Bellow's Breath now. Not gonna dodge away from the Rupture, and he's just going to walk it off. No problem.
So yeah, another net success for the side of black. Down on the bot side, they tried to get Ratsu. I don't think this is the appropriate play for Arsenic Fox. I don't think there's probably no way you really kill Ratsu at this point. He already has his Sunfire Aegis. Oh no.
That's Ghost going for the engage. He's going to get Buster shotted away, and he's going to take a couple of tower shots. Actually, that's a kill. He didn't have flash. He couldn't get away from the tower. Oh, he was able to survive.
What?
I think he maybe got a shield somehow. I'm not too sure what happened there, but Ghost able to survive that one. Very nice from
a mystery to be solved.
Yeah, the directed camera just went away at the exact wrong time there. We weren't able to see how he was able to survive that one, but yeah. We are looking at the top laner still, battling it out up here. Both running out of mana. Arsenic Fox is returning despite your advice there, WookieMonster. He is continuing to look towards this top side, and he is continuing to not find anything.
Yeah, I really don't like this sort of look, because you pick Vi mid, and you really want Vi mid to get ahead. Oh,
and Vi mid is going to get shockwaved, and she's going to go for the cease and desist, and it's not going to matter, because she's going to get flash auto attacked by Gitano, and he's going to be able to pick up his third of the game.
Yeah, like I was saying before that happened, you really want those resources to be put into your mid lane. I mean, Boxing the Kittens did really strong work in the Anivia last game. And I mean, Orianna is a pretty easy target to gank with something like Volibear and Vi together, so I'm not really sure where the decision lies to kind of go for the top lane here for Arsenic Fox, but looks like they are going to pick up this rift on the side of black. This is just more gold in the pockets. They're already 6,000 gold ahead, and it's only 15 minutes. This is not what you want if you're the side of green.
So normally, you know, on the professional broadcast, this is normally the part of the game where, okay, Arsenic Fox is going to go for the Stormbringer here, going to flash in, going to get the stun into Queen, going to force the flash out of that enemy AD carry. So, you know, you could call that a worthwhile trade. Trade of flashes. Arsenic Fox for the Queen. He's going to start up the Dragon now, but here comes Call of the Forge God. We're going to look for the engage. He's going to find it onto the Vi here. Dragon's still pretty healthy. That's the big engage coming through from the Rel. That's the bullet time coming off from the side. That's 2 kills. Going over to Queen's Gambit. Box getting low, getting taken out. That's 4 for nothing. That's Queen's Gambit. They're going to finish this fight off nice and cleanly. Cho'Gath gonna try to find a snack here. Gonna try to find at least 1 kill with the Feast, but he's not gonna be able to do it. He's aced. It's a clean ace for Queen's Gambit, and they're looking to make it a clean 2-0 on the night.
Wow. So really close kills coming in for Axebane, but just could not find the auto attack speed that he needed. Look at those low health bars. You know, I think the bomb actually went on to the wrong target in that fight. Unfortunate, but he could have picked up one of those shutdowns if only he had the bomb on the correct targets there. But either way, it was good, really good fight for Black. They're already ahead. It just puts them even more ahead, and they're stacking dragons just like the last game.
Yeah, absolutely. They're putting themselves on Infernal Soul Point once again here. So in an extremely dominant position, not only in terms of gold advantage, but also in terms of objectives. They really have everything that they could possibly need to close this game out nice and cleanly at this point. Just kind of play it out normally from here, and there really should be nothing at all that I Dream of Memes could possibly do. But WookieMonster, you know, on that note, usually at this point in like a professional broadcast, the play-by-play would ask his color how the team who's losing could come back. But I won't do that to you because I like you more than that. So instead, I'm going to ask you how the side of Queen's Gambit closed it out cleanly, as the Call of the Forge God does come out here really quickly, and it's going to be another couple of kills, and yeah, go for it.
How do they fit it? I mean, any cleaner than this would be kind of
like,
suspicious.
From this point.
From here, yes, that is actually a good point. As the Queen, nope, Arsenic Fox will not be able to do that. But yeah, I think from here they just keep pushing towers, wombo combo it up, and you know they have the means to do it like they're doing right now. They're just focusing top side. This is a very good look. As you know, I'm a little worried that the Queen is a little alone, but did manage to escape from Arsenic Fox. Might be able to do it once again. Nearby the team is, so should be able to just walk on to top side. What's interesting is Boxing of Kittens is down here, though.
Yeah, Vi, newsflash, you don't win that 1v1 against Ornn ever in your life, as Arsenic Fox is going to get one shot in his own jungle. That's going to be a knock up onto the Cho'Gath, but Red Ocean is going to die as well. Axebane going to go for the Buster shot here. Rocket jump over the wall, going to stay alive. But just to die another day, I have to imagine.
Yeah, this was...
This is getting pretty gross here, WookieMonster. Like,
this is
we were
a
hoping
little
for
gross.
A banger series tonight, but this is this is getting kind of nasty, if we're being honest.
Yeah, this is a
Green
little
is just
bit...
they're getting eviscerated.
It feels so bad for Green. I don't know what's going on, honestly. I don't know if like I said earlier, if you know the ADC is definitely like they're I don't know what's the term. I guess it would be the loose end, or not the loose end, the knot in the team to kind of string them all together. But
yes, the critical piece.
Yes, the one piece that is missing. But certainly they do need some sort of hope, as we're gonna get to Game 3 shortly here, more than likely.
Oh, is it a best of 5 tonight, actually?
It is a best of 5.
Oh, wow, I didn't actually realize. Well, Team Green, they still have a chance, I suppose.
They still
It
do.
doesn't really feel like they do right now, but technically speaking, they do still have that chance. As that is going to be a 20-minute Baron for Queen's Gambit here in game number 2. And honestly, I would have been disappointed if that Baron had lived to 21 minutes. I would have been a little upset.
Yeah. But good look from side of Black once again. You know, just kind of just taking over the game in a very similar style to last game with the Wombo. Oh,
That's a, you know, they're going for some kind of engage, but it's really just, you know, diving into a meat grinder there, as they're just going to all die very, very quickly. And Boxing of Kittens is going to get run down underneath his tower. And Ornn is going to eat like 7 tower shots, and he's going to say, oh, that tickles, and they're going to go ahead and end the game here.
Yeah. Green definitely need to take a step back, see what options they have to kind of focus on their strengths, because earlier in the season, Arsenic Fox and Windward were tearing it up, and it's kind of interesting to see that it isn't happening this series so far. But yeah,
I definitely agree. I mean, we've become accustomed to seeing I Dream of Memes be, you know, such a dominant force here. You know, they're usually so coordinated, usually play so well together as a team, but tonight we're just not seeing it. It's Queen's Gambit running over this one so far.
Yeah. And, you know, taking a look at the damage charts once again, it's just very nasty numbers. I don't know how Ornn out-damaged everybody on their team. That's, I guess, just the 1v1 meatball sandwich there for the top side.
He had more HP to work through, so, like,
right.
it just kind of worked out that way. Yeah.
True. Very true. But yeah, that's gonna be game 2 going over to Black. Not really much to say about that. That was just a complete
even
stomp.
more dominant than game number 1. Like,
yeah,
much more dominant.
Yeah, and like I said, like it's just up to Green to kind of take that pretty long mental reset this time around. Hopefully, get their bearings together. Make sure they focus on their strengths, because this might be a 3-0 sweep. Surprisingly, very surprisingly.
Yeah, I mean, if Team Green was allowed to, I bet they'd probably sub out every single one of their players, try and figure something out here, because they are just getting dumpstered right now in this series. But we are going to go to another short break. We're going to see right after this if Team Green is able to figure something out. But if not, you know, we can look forward to the treat of watching Queen's Gambit absolutely destroy them. So that's going to be fun to watch as well. You guys won't want to miss that one. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have game 3 right after this. Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the Team Gap League. We do have some unfortunate news for you guys. Team I Dream of Memes has been completely mentally destroyed, and they have decided to forfeit this last match. And that does mean that Queen's Gambit, Silver Black, are your Silver League finalists. They will be meeting X Rising Esports Silver Red in the final sometime next week. So that should be an exciting matchup. But that does unfortunately mean that we are out of games for you guys tonight. There is still a little bit more business to take care of, right, WookieMonster? We still do need
Indeed.
to vote on that MVP. So,
Yeah, I'm
what do
gonna
you
throw
think?
up. Ooh, this is
Who
so
would you vote
hard.
for?
Oh man. I mean, everybody performed super well. We'll go to you first. How about that? What? Let me ask
Oh, you're
you.
gonna turn the tables on me, huh?
Yes.
Alrighty then. Well, from the side of Queen's Gambit, I mean, I think I definitely have to give a lot of credit to their support. Ghost. He was able to make the 2v2 down there on bot side extremely one-sided. On the rel, he just had a couple of extremely strong performances back to back. So many great engages. He really made the job of the rest of his teammates extremely easy. So I'm gonna look towards him.
Okay, that's fair. Gee, it's I can't even. Man. I mean, Gitano. Gitano. Honestly, okay. First of all, I just put up the MVP vote, so you can go ahead and vote.
Please do.
Gitano really surprised me. Man, because that Hecarim game, really well. The Nocturne game, even better. He did fall behind a little bit in the Hecarim game early on, but like he came right back up. Oh, this is so hard. And then Ratsu just dominating in the top side. Like, those clutch 1v1s up there were definitely, at least the second game, were definitely good.
Definitely strong performances across the board tonight for Queen's Gambit. I mean, they handily won every lane. I mean, there's a reason that Team Green didn't have the will to continue, right? They were just losing so hard. Yeah, everybody on Team Black played great.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to give my MVP vote to. Oh. Yeah, I actually want to say Ghost. I think Ghost set the team up for success in the bot side the most. And I mean, the Queen capitalized. I mean, their coordination was so on point this game, and those the flash ultimates coming out from Ghost on Rel 2 games in a row, dominating performance.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. The engages were really clean, for sure. I mean, his lane mate, the Queen, definitely deserves a lot of credit as well. I believe it was also 2 games on the Misfortune. Yep. For DeQueen, and he had also a great performance both times. He was extremely dominant on the Misfortune, that very meta pick, and he played it very well. So definitely props there as well. And you know, yeah, there's really not much negative to say about Queen's Gambit's performance tonight. They were dominant.
Yeah, for sure. And looks like the votes are going in favor of Ghost by 1. Right behind is the Queen. Have about a minute left. And it is a she, by the way, for the Queen. So.
Oh, excuse me.
You're okay. And yeah, we'll see who gets the MVP vote. We will ask him a few questions and make sure to finish out the night rightly. And yeah, that was just, it was very hard to choose, honestly. Like, I don't know, I mean, Gitano did really well. Captain Ryu actually held it together in both games as well. Syndra and, was it the Syndra? Syndra and the...
Yeah, and Oriana.
And Oriana. Now, the Syndra, a lot of 1v1s against Box and Kittens were lost. But overall, pretty good Syndra gameplay. Stuns kind of met, but looks like Ghost is going to be our MVP of the night. So I am going to bring Ghost in here in a second. Let me just message him real quick. Make sure ready for pull. And we'll get the interview started shortly. As, yeah, one vote actually decided that. So I wonder who that was.
Yeah, definitely a close call there between the bot laners on the side of Queen's Gambit. But really, yeah, I think everybody on the team, you know, is worthy of mention here. They all did play extremely well.
Hello.
Ghost.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Ghost. How are
Congratulations
you?
on your...
I'm good, feeling good. It was a good game, good couple games.
Good games for you, maybe. It was definitely very dominant. You guys really wiped the floor with I Dream of Memes tonight. I have to ask, our first question here, my first question, is this how you expected things to go tonight, Go?
Not at all. Obviously, I had higher hopes than the matches we played the other day. But yeah, I was not expecting us to go up 2 games right off the start. And like obviously how we won was definitely unexpected. I thought it would be a much closer games.
We did as well.
Didn't
Yeah,
we all?
so did you guys have a plan to just really straight up pick Misfortune and Rel in the first phase of both games?
It wasn't our plan. We knew that their sub ADC, or their, I guess it's support, Primus really only plays Ashe as ADC, so we wanted to at least have a good matchup into that or ban it. And then they left the MF up. I didn't know I was gonna be on Rel, honestly, until I picked it, and I was like, oh wait, Rel's a good pick here. We can just kind of wombo both games. So I honestly wasn't expecting it to be left up game 2 either. So that was nice.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, props to you for having that in your back pocket and knowing the correct time to pull it out. You really made it look good here tonight.
Thanks.
Yeah,
My team made it look good. It's a team effort.
Of course.
True.
It's a team game.
Yeah.
But, you know, on that note, kind of, you know, I kind of want to keep discussing the bot lane a little bit here. In the second game, Primus did pull out his fabled Nautilus. Were you at all concerned there when you saw that locked in? Did you think that he was going to be able to do a little bit more during lane phase there? They also did that role swap as well, which I thought was extremely interesting. They sent Primus back down there into the support position, and Axebane took up AD. So as we're heading into that second game, I want to kind of get your thoughts, how you were feeling, if you thought that that was going to be a little bit more challenging.
I did think it was going to be a little bit more challenging. I know that he's very aggressive on Nautilus, just because I've seen him play before. I've seen his Nautilus before, and we did know that he was going to probably pick Nautilus. And I think Rel is a pretty good matchup into Nautilus, especially when they really didn't have anything else with range. It was basically just a Nautilus hook, right? So, yeah, I think that also, you know, kind of sparked the second Rel pick in the game 2. I was honestly prepared to just play like Braum or something if picks went differently, but yeah, the MF came out. We were okay with the Rel into whatever. Again, we knew he was probably going to play Nautilus anyways, so he still played well though. He had some good engages, some good hooks onto our MF. So
Okay. And yeah, I do think that you guys all did very well in both games. Now, you guys had a sub. It was Gitano. Did you guys practice at all with him beforehand? I'm curious as to, you know, how much practice you guys actually had with him, because it seemed like you all had very good coordination with your jungler both of these games.
we honestly don't even practice with our main starting roster. So it really was. We kind of he usually subs for me as support if we have games on days that I can't play. But I do know that he's very vocal, and he did a great job shot calling tonight on objectives and team fights. So props to him.
Oh, he was the shot caller for
we all,
both these games?
Yeah, we kind of just followed wherever he wanted to go. So
Love that. Wow. Making jungler the shot caller. Hear that, everybody in solo queue? Let me shot call, damn it.
Yeah. Before the games, we were talking about, at least game one, we were talking about, you know, especially me being an aggressive support. They wanted me to, calm when I was about to go in and let them know. And that first fight, I think it was like level 3 or something. We double killed bot lane, and Nat says in chat, she was like, "Yeah, you didn't say anything, so I just kind of ran up and did my thing." She was like, "Oh, whatever."
All
It
right.
definitely worked out for you guys.
Yeah.
Definitely props. But let's move on now. Let's look forward here. Goes towards that finals. X Rising Esports. I want to kind of get your initial thoughts here. What do you think about that matchup? And how confident are you going into the grand finals here?
I mean, I won't say I'm confident. I'm excited for the matchup. I haven't looked at honestly their team at all yet. We haven't done any scouting or anything, but I think it's going to be a good matchup. They seem to like do well during the regular season, whereas we only I think had one win. Um, so I think it'll be a nail biter. I think. At least I hope. I want them to be close games.
Hey, yeah, looking forward to it. WookieMonster, you got
For
anything else
sure.
for us here?
That about does it. I'm excited to see you guys go up against Red. Definitely a strong team, as yourselves have proved as well. But yeah, GG's for the 2 games that were played tonight. You all did very well.
Thank you.
And
GG's. Thanks for
also,
casting,
Ghost,
guys.
it was
For
our
sure.
pleasure. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us for the interview here. Do
Mhm.
appreciate it.
Yep.
All right.
Well, that is, I think, going to pretty much do it from us over here in the Team Gap League here tonight, guys. We are going to have that grand final. I do believe it still needs to be scheduled. Stay
Yep.
tuned. We are going to let you guys know when that is going to be happening. From myself here, from Crewman, from WookieMonster, the Cookie Monsters, don't forget it. Thank you very much for watching here. The entire production team over here at Team Gap Esports. We worked, very hard on the Silver League here on this whole season. We appreciate you guys tuning in very, very much.
Yeah.
From all of us here,
Just
thank
a
you.
quick shout out though. I do want to shout out to the new executive team. They've been helping me out a lot with this new ownership of Gap. Stay tuned, Gap. We have a lot of events gonna happen this next few months, including the next split, which is coming up in spring, very early in January. There should be some announcements made, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot more active community for now. So stay tuned, guys.
For tonight, this is the Cookie Monsters signing off.